Alright guys, hope you're all doing well. So today I've got a video talking about the patch notes. We're going to go over some stuff in the patch notes that I've not seen before. We're going to basically go through the patch notes and we'll just see stuff that we don't know about that they've confirmed in the patch notes. Also, I do have a bit of a giveaway. So we'll start off with the giveaway first. It's for PC only, and I've got 2 codes for the expansion. So I believe you must have the game already, but this is just for the expansion. 2 codes. Now, the way to enter is to subscribe, like the video, and more importantly than those 2, because I actually don't know whether you subscribe or like the video, to be completely honest guys, is that you leave a comment down below, because that's how I'm going to pick who will win. And I'll kind of do like a random number generator type thing, and I'll reveal who the winner is in the coming days. It probably won't be until the start of next week. Actually, I'll probably try and do it tomorrow, actually, because I know you guys want to probably get involved in this right away. And what I will do, actually, the best way is that you guys subscribe to the channel, because what I will do is I will reveal who the winners are in the YouTube kind of like community tab. So what I'll do is I'll put out a community thing to say, I've got my 2 winners, I'll name the 2 winners, and then I'll give you instructions about how to reach out to me for those codes and that sort of thing. So that's how you enter that. And let's go over the patch notes, because we're not going to go over everything here guys, because there is a lot, but we'll go over stuff we don't know about. So start off with, we obviously learn about the 4 new open worlds, which we knew about. 5 new narrative missions. We've got the names of them now though: the Tombs, Pathway Park, Wall Street, Stranded Tanker, and a mystery location. So that will be the Kena location, I imagine. And then we got 8 side missions, and we got the names of those: Police Headquarters, which I believe is the name of one of the missions from the Division 1, I could be wrong about that. Hugh Carey Tunnel, Pier 26, JTF Shelter, City Hall, New York Federal Reserve, Castle Clinton, and the Doyer Street. And then the rest of this stuff we already know about. We know about the new base of operations, the Haven. We know about all these new kind of enemies to fight and stuff. I've covered those in plenty of videos here. The new skills are the explosive sticky bomb, the incendiary sticky bomb, the tripwire tap, and I think that's meant to say trap, and then the decoy as well. And then they've gone over the new gear. So these are the only attributes left for this gear 2.0. And okay, I mean, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've gone down to about 12, 13 or so. And then these are the talents, guys. And we'll go over the talents here because we don't know. This is the first time we've had the talents confirmed. So, backpack talents, skill DPS, combined arms. Shooting an enemy increases total skill damage by 25% for 3 seconds. Perfect combined arms. So this is you can get this as a named item. 30% skill damage instead of 25. Energize using an armor kit grants +1 skill tier for 15 seconds. If you're already at skill tier, grants overcharge. So that's pretty cool. We got tech. I think we knew about that one. We got tech support. Skill kills increase total skill damage by 25% for 20 seconds. And then we got the perfect tech support, which is 27 seconds. Calculated kills from cover reduce skill cooldowns by 10%, so we've already got that one. Shock and Awe, applying a status effect on an enemy increases total skill damage and repair by 20% for 20 seconds. And then we got Perfect Shock and Awe, 27 seconds. Safeguard, which is under the heal and support, while at full armor increases total skill repair by 100%. Overclock, you and allies within 7 meters of your deployed skills gain +25% reload speed, and reduces active skill downs by 0.2 seconds each second. We then got Tank and Bruiser, and these are kind of like the subheadings. We've got Bloodsucker, killing an enemy adds and refreshes a stack of 10% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Max stack is 10, so you can get up to 100% there. Leadership, performing a cover-to-cover move grants, or performing a cover-to-cover grants 12% of your armor as bonus armor to you and your allies for 10 seconds. This is doubled if you end within 10 meters of an enemy. Cooldown is 10 seconds. PvP is 8% of your armor rather than 12%. So you can see the modifiers there that are required in order to make both PvP and the PvP balanced. Protector, when your shield is damaged, you gain +5%, and all other allies gain +50% of your armor as bonus armor for 3 seconds, and the cooldown is 3 seconds. Weapon DPS, we've got Vigilance, which we already know about. Versatile, amplifies total weapon damage for 10 seconds when swapping between your primary and secondary weapons if they are different. 35% to enemies within 15 meters for shotguns and SMGs. 35% to enemies further than 25 meters for rifles and marksman rifles. 10% to enemies between 15 to 25 meters for LMGs and assault rifles, at most once per 5 seconds per weapon type. That seems like a very powerful talent there. Opportunistic, which we already know about. Unstoppable Force, killing an enemy increases total weapon damage by 5% for 15 seconds and stacks up to 5 times, so you can get up to 25% there. Companion, While you are within 5 meters of an ally or skill, total weapon damage is increased by 15%. That is a really... Wow. I wonder if that can stack. If you've got multiple people using that, if that can stack within a group, that would be crazy. Composure. While in cover, we know about that one. I think that's been increased though, because I think that was 10%, it's now 15%. Concussion, which we already know about, and you guys can read that. Status effect, which is creeping death, we know about. Wicked, we already know about here. Galvanize, applying a blind, ensnare, confuse, or shock to an enemy grants 40% of your armor as bonus armor to you and allies within 20 meters of that enemy for 10 seconds. PvP is 20%. Oh, that's going to be annoying. We got sustain, which is clutch. If you are below 15% armor, critical hits repair 3% missing armor. Kills allow you to repair up to 100% armor for 4 to 10 seconds based on your weapon core attribute. Perfect clutch if you are below 20% armor. We then got chest talents. The skill DPS, tag team. The last enemy you have damaged with a skill is marked. Dealing weapon damage to that enemy consumes the mark to reduce active cooldowns by 4 seconds. The cooldown is 4 seconds. Kinetic moment or momentum. When in combat, each skill generates a stack while active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1% and total skill repair by 2%. Up to 15 stacks per skill lost when in cooldown. We've got skilled, we've got spotter. Explosive delivery. When you throw a skill 1.5 seconds after landing, it creates an explosion, damaging enemies within 5 meters. Damage scales with skill tier, dealing 25 to 100% damage of a concussion grenade. At most once per skill. Remote pulse, all turrets, all hives, explosive seeker, cluster seeker, mender seeker, decoy, all traps. I believe those are the skills it works with. Heal and support. Empathetic or resolve. Repairing an ally increases their total weapon damage and skill damage by 3 to 15% for 10 seconds, 1 to 7 if self. Effectiveness increased by your skill tier. Overwatch. After staying in cover for 10 seconds, increases your and your ally's total weapon and skill damage by 12% as long as you remain in cover or in a cover-to-cover move. Perfect Overwatch is 8 seconds. Back to Tank and Bruiser. Intimidate. While you have bonus armor, amplifies this total weapon damage by 35% to enemies within 10 meters. And then we got Perfect Intimidate, we got Unbreakable. Vanguard, deploying a shield makes it invulnerable for 5 seconds and grants 45% of your armor as bonus armor to all other allies for 20 seconds. The cooldown is 25 seconds. There's a Perfect version, PvP is 20%, and Perfect Vanguard for PvP is 25%. Or 20%, 25%. Protected Reload. Okay. Oh, we got Protected Reload as an actual talent rather than a holster talent. Proper talent grants 20% bonus armor while reloading. Grants 0 to 18% of your armor as bonus armor to all other allies when they are reloading based on your defense core attribute. You can see a lot of this is going to be kind of team based. We've got Glass Cannon, which we know about. Gunslinger. Weapon swapping increases total weapon damage by 20% for 5 seconds. This buff is lost for 5 seconds if you weapon swap while it's active. We've seen Focus, we've seen Braced as well, Spark, and then we got Obliterate, and then we got mods which have been reworked. So those are the talents, guys, and I can see some serious synergy going on there, especially within groups. It's going to be pretty scary if you're coming up against a group. Moving on to loot. Reduced overall loot drop quantity. This is good news, guys. Item power, quality, and quantity now scales more strongly with difficulty. This is good news. It just means that ultimately what's going to happen if you read this developer comment here is that it will drop less often, but the chances of it being better are increased. So that's good news. The Clan member and Cassie Mendoza no longer sell items at maximum power and instead sell items within a high power range above other vendors. Okay, so we'll skip over crafting because we know pretty much all of that stuff. NPCs, again, I don't think there's anything here that we didn't know about. It says increased health gain per player, slightly increased armor gain per roll per player, slightly increased damage per roll per player. We know about shade levels. We know about the new attribute system. That's all we already know about that. Recap we know about. Achievements and combinations we know about. Hunter puzzles. 8 new hunter encounters. 4 encounters in New York. 4 encounters in Washington D.C. That's all we've been given, guys. And I presume that this is going to act very similar to how the hunter puzzles worked in when the game first launched in Washington D.C. So once I've completed the campaign, the next thing for me will be to do is try and figure out where these new masks are. Operations Dark Hours. Signature weapons, which we know about. Dark Zone, which we kind of know about. Anything. I'm just trying to see if there's anything in here that we didn't know about. Stuff like this where killing NPCs inside the DZ no longer grants DZ XP. Clearing a landmark no longer grants DZ XP. This is stuff we didn't know about. Loot quality in the Dark Zone has been increased. That's very good news, because it should be. Invaded Dark Zones are now normalized. Dark Zone perks have been reset as some perks on the order of perks have changed. Okay. DZ vendor price is now slightly scaled with item level and quality. Okay, and then we've got progression. Reduce the maximum number of armor kits that can be carried from 6 to 4. Target intel has been removed, which we knew about. The E credit reward for replaying mission now scales with player level. Bounties we knew about, guys. You don't need target intel for them anymore, which is really good news. Invasions. Agents may now fast travel to most invaded missions. Invasions no longer automatically select a suggested mission every time you enter Washington D.C. That's very good, because that's so annoying. It's kind of one of those little kind of pet peeves of mine, so I'm glad that that's been fixed. And then we know about directives, we know about this, we know about seasons. I've covered all of this stuff, and then we've just got the bug fixes here. So yeah, I mean, that's it for the I say that's it for the patch notes. There is a vast amount of patch notes here, and I am seeing some crazy kind of synergy here with groups when it comes to these kind of talents. I'd have to look to see what I can look at to see what kind of works as a solo player, because that's mainly how I play. But yeah, I'm very excited, guys. Like I said, I am going to be playing the update in about 2.5 hours, maybe about 2 hours now. So it'll be around about 6:30 in the UK. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. And again, as I said at the start of the video, if you want to be in for a chance to get one of the two PC codes for the new expansion, then please leave a comment down below. Until the next one, guys, Epic out.